You are listening to A Path to a New You, a podcast about mental health, veterans issues, and more. I also talk about current events. My goal is to educate those who listen on different topics related to mental health issues, related to self care, and veterans issues. I will have guests and co hosts throughout this podcast. My guests and co hosts will have experience and or specialize in topics that I will be discussing. So if you know anyone who's on the mental health field who specializes in something or who would be you would think be um a great guest or a guest on this podcast, please reach out. I do have a Facebook page called The Path to a New You, and on there you can contact me through the Messenger, or you can actually comment on any of my posts 'cause I do post on there on occasion. I talk about mental health stuff. I post the link to this podcast on there as well, and let everyone know there's a new episode up. You can find this podcast only on Spotify at the moment. Please follow on your Spotify so you know when a new episode comes up because I think it does alert you if I do have an episode come up, a new episode. So I think it gives you an alert if you follow me. The more people that follow me, the more listeners I have, the happier I'll be. I am a therapist as well. I am located in Madison, Wisconsin. I do have a private practice called New Beginnings Counseling LLC. I do have a Facebook page for that as well, and I do post self care, mental health stuff on there. I also post the link to this podcast as well. Let people know, hey, I got a new episode up. Why don't you take a listen? I specialize in PTSD, anger management, depression, anxiety, addiction, substance abuse. I mainly work with teens and adults, but I have worked with children in the past. I do have openings as well. Um, so if you're in the state of Wisconsin, I can do therapy. If you're out of state, I also do life coaching and mental health coaching. So it's a little bit different than therapy. Mental health coaching and life coaching is more focused on the future, whereas therapy's more on future and the past. Um, so yeah, if you need to talk to someone, please reach out. The number to my private practice is 608-571-3896. You can call or you can text that number as well. I do have openings and I'm extremely affordable and I actually have a deal going on right now, which is you'll get for the 15 years I have an experience in the mental health field, the new deal I got on that I'm doing right now is actually extremely affordable, and you get what you pay for and then some. I've worked in the mental health field for, like I said, for about 15 years. I worked in an inpatient setting for about 5 years. I've worked in a private practice setting for over 7. My private practice has been open for 6. I have worked in community settings. I've worked in hospital settings. I worked all over. So I got 15 years of experience. Um, so yeah, I kind of know what I'm doing when it comes to therapy and whatnot. I do have a Facebook page for my private practice as well. It's called New Beginnings Counseling LLC. I know there's here in Madison, there is a New Beginnings Center. That is not me. Mine is New Beginnings Counseling LLC. Like I mentioned, someone told me the other day, "Hey, there is another New Beginnings." I'm like, "Oh, really?" Yeah, it's a New Beginnings Center. That's not me. I'm New Beginnings Counseling LLC. Veteran known, veteran operated. I am a military veteran. I was in the Navy for about 8 years, so I do work with veterans as well. Again, my number for the private practice 608-571-3896. If you have any want more information or you want to set up an appointment. I am seeing people virtually as well. Hence why that's how I can see people outside the state of Wisconsin, but I can see anybody in the state of Wisconsin and do therapy. In the state of Wisconsin, outside of Wisconsin, I can do life coaching, mental health coaching. Um, so this is like my eighth or ninth week of doing this podcast. I'm enjoying it. This is I do one about every week about. Um, so I've talked about mental health disorders. I've talked about ways to find a therapist, what to expect on your first appointment, and I talked about getting more out of therapy. Um, so yeah, I mean, please listen to the episodes if you have not. If you have, great. This is a new episode, like I mentioned before. This is a brand new episode. It is January 14th. Today's episode, I want to talk about ways to feel grateful every day. Gratitude is a happiness accelerator that can change your life. Being grateful for what you have, that definitely helps your everything. The many benefits of gratitude include greater energy, enthusiasm, optimism, empathy, resilience, mindfulness, and happiness. So being grateful actually improves your mental health as well. Just knowing, hey, you're grateful for what you have. I'm extremely grateful for what I have. I mean, I could have a lot more, but you know what? I'm grateful for what I have, and I appreciate every moment of it. So there's many benefits of practicing gratitude in everyday life. Here's just a few that I came up with: more energy, better sleep, better better physical health, more enthusiasm, deeper empathy, uh, a higher level of success in every realm. Just being grateful gets you you're able to do more and succeed more often. Enhance mindfulness, a deeper sense of contentment, and exactly more happiness. So those are just some of the things that, um, some of the benefits of practicing gratitude in everyday life. I know it's going to take practice. For me, it takes practice as well. It's something you need to practice. If you're not used to doing it every day, it takes practice just to learn. Like everything else in life, it takes practice. Being grateful for everything you have in everyday life. And here are some ways where you can incorporate an attitude of gratitude into your life. Say thank you. A lot of people don't. You know what I've noticed when I'm out and about, and I go out quite a bit, not out like bar drinking or anything like that, but when I go drive around, um, or I go to the grocery stores and whatnot, people aren't saying thank you a lot. They're just so for one, if you're doing something, don't I guess you shouldn't expect a thank you from someone. But just knowing, hey, if I did that to you, I would help you out that way. I would definitely say thank you. I'm a thank you man. I say thank you quite a bit. I thank you for everything that you've done for me. I appreciate it. So just saying thank you definitely lifts your um, spirits up as well. Just don't be self entitled. Self entitlement, that just screws everything up. Focus on the beauty in the moment and just focus on what's going on. That's mindfulness right there. Just being in the moment, seeing what's around you. Like for myself, I'm in this extra room I have, and this extra room has my Peloton treadmill and Peloton bike, and the colors. It's like a not purple. It's like a purplish color, but it's peaceful. Everything here that I have in here is peaceful. So, knowing just being in the moment. I'm looking outside right now. It looks like it's cold. It is pretty chilly out today. I think it's supposed to be a high of like 35 or something. But going out, looking outside, I have a courtyard outside, just being thankful for the moment, just mindfulness. Mindfulness helps too. I think that's another episode I want to do on mindfulness because not a lot of people know about it or how to like practice mindfulness. That's one of the things I do for my private practice too. It's mindfulness. I do worksheets and whatnot about mindfulness and just being in the moment. Say yes whenever possible. Now, you don't have to say yes all the time. A big example for me, I used to say yes all the time. Back in a few years ago when I was working, I said yes all the time. Someone asked me, "Hey, can you cover this?" I'm like, "Yep." That got to me. Like, apparently, eventually, it got to the point where they expected me to say yes, and then I wasn't taking care of myself. I was taking care of everybody else, and then my health kind of went down the drain, and I wasn't taking care of myself. And then, yeah, so I had to stop saying yes all the time. So saying yes whenever possible, just don't say yes all the time. You can say no, but this yes is this. If you say yes to help someone out, that's great. It's just being grateful. Establish and maintain healthy routines. So um, so just maintaining a healthy routine, like getting up at the same time, going to bed at the same time. Um, I don't know your snack if you're snacking at all. Have the same kind of snacks or whatever. Change it up just a little bit on once in a while, but maintaining healthy routines that definitely helps being grateful. Gratitude helps your gratitude as well. I do like some change on occasion. Change is good sometimes, but just maintaining a healthy routine. Just every once in a while, you can change it up. Change it up once in a while. Um, Transform entitlement and negativity into your gratitude. That's another one. So it can change with help. Even the grumpiest person can become someone with attitudes that others, include their families, can enjoy. A particularly effective approach to help adults move from sense of entitlement. That could be difficult at times. Um, Again, that takes practice. Yeah, start a gratitude journal. I talk about journaling quite a bit too in my private practice. Especially I have had a lot of people come to me and it was their first time in therapy, and then I always talked about journaling. Write it down. Um, so start a gratitude journal. Keep like a notebook of some sort where you write about experiences, people, and things you feel grateful for. Contributions can be brief or lengthy. It's your journal. Write in whatever you want to write in it. It could be a whole page, could be a half a page, could be a couple sentences. It's your journal. No one else is going to look at it. It's yours. Just write in it. I need to do that too. I remember growing up, I had a journal, but I haven't really written down or done it. Some sort of. I haven't journaled in a minute. In a minute, I mean years. um, think of gratitude as a mindfulness practice. Feeling grateful shifts your mental focus from what's wrong in your world to what's right. It has a positive effect on your brain chemistry as well and your social environment. Mindfully grateful people find that they have more and more to feel happy about. Um, so before you go to bed, just think about what happened that day. Um, Again, you can write in your journal before you go to bed. This is what I'm thankful for. This is what I'm grateful for. This is what happened. This experience was cool. I'm gonna write it down and write in my journal. So next time I look at my journal, I look at it and I'm like, oh, that happened. That's cool. So yeah, those are just a few of the things. I mean, there's so much you can do. Um, so many ways you can feel grateful for every day for. Like I said, I'm grateful for everything that I have. Um, I don't think some of you may know that I was adopted when I was 9. So I'm extremely thankful for those my parents who adopted me. I tell you that right now. If it weren't for them, I don't know where I'd be right now. I had a rough childhood. And yeah, the first few years living with them, it was rough too. But I am extremely thankful and grateful for what they've provided me and what help they've done to help me throughout the years. So this is a few things that I was grateful for. Parents, friends, family. Um, Man, I tell you, 2 years ago, I was in the hospital for 3 3 months. I was in the hospital. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, extremely rare one. CIDP is abbreviation for it. So it's a long word. And I was in the hospital for 3 months. I could not walk. I could barely feed myself. And I tell you, my friends that I had, they've helped me out through quite a bit. Tell you, the Peloton community? No, okay. I'm not I don't have like any endorsements through Peloton or anything. I'm just letting you know the Peloton community is an awesome community. They have helped me out quite a bit. People I've met while with the Peloton have helped me quite a bit, and they've helped me a ton, especially during the 3 months of being in the hospital. I tell you, they helped me out quite a bit. So I'm thankful for the Peloton community and everyone and my friends too, because my friends reached out, family, parents reached out. And it was during COVID too, so I could only have one visitor per day. So I had my father came and visited me almost every day. And they live in Mount Horeb and I was at the VA, so that was like a 45-minute drive. And then a month and a half after at the Madison VA, I was transferred over to Toma's VA, and that's like a 2.5 hour drive right there. And my parents came to see me there every other week about. I'm like, damn. So yeah, I had a lot going on the last few years, and I'm grateful for those who reached out and have helped me out quite a bit. There's times or two where I'm like feeling so blah, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then you think about the stuff you have, and you feel grateful. You start to smile a little bit, like, yeah, I'm thankful. Going through a lot, but I'm thankful I got all this, and it makes you smile a little bit. It lifts up your spirit, and like I said, there's many benefits of gratitude. Um, there's many benefits. So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I know it's kind of short. I don't have a whole lot right now going on. Trying to think of other topics. Again, if you know someone who could be a guest on this show and who specializes in something or has really a good education on a certain like topic about mental health or veterans issues, please reach out. Once I post a link to this new episode, you can always just comment below and say, "Hey, I got someone," and then we'll figure how to I can reach that person, and that person can reach me. Again, I've been doing this for about 9 weeks, and I've had one co-host so far. That was like the first like 2 weeks or something. But I want to think man, I want I can't even speak right now. I want to make this podcast interesting and educational, and it's just not me talking. So yeah, I'll reach out to different people. But if you know someone, have them reach out to me. And also, if you are looking for therapy, or if you're outside the state of Wisconsin and you need to talk to someone, a veteran like myself, you can reach out. My number to my private practice is 608-571-3896. So life coaching and mental health coaching, they're more focused on the future, whereas for therapy, it's more focused on the past and the future. And yeah, like I said, I got some really good deals going on right now for my practice. I'm trying to bring in more clientele. 'Cause a lot of them discharged and whatnot. So I got openings up. Um, Again, please like my Facebook page, A Path to a New You. I do post certain things on there. I'll post a link to this new episode on there as well. And while you're at it, why don't you like the New Beginnings Counseling LLC Facebook page as well? And you'll find a lot of helpful tips and stuff on mental health, self care, and whatnot. So, I hope you all have a good rest of the day. Take care of yourself. Do some self care. That's another topic I want to talk about too. Down the road is self care and what is self care. There's so much to talk about. I hope you all have a great rest of the day and be safe, be well, and take care of yourself. Again, you are listening to the podcast A Path to a New You.